Hey everyone, so today I have a really exciting video because I finally found the perfect, in my opinion, Chloe Susanna dupe boot. And if you guys been following me, you know that the Chloe Susanna boots have been on the top of my wish list for a very long time as far as shoes go, and it is such a high price point. And then you guys also know, if you've been following me, that I am a big believer in dupes, especially if you're trying to test out something that maybe you're not really 100% sure if it's going to work in your wardrobe. Now granted, with that being said, I know for a fact the Chloe Susanna boots will work out in my wardrobe, but I'm still a tiny bit skeptical, and I never really came across the perfect dupe. I know of one other brand that had them, and that was that brand Choice, which I think Christina Brawley had a pair, and they looked super cute on her. I just really wasn't sold too much, and I kind of just felt like at that time, if I was going to take the plunge, I was just going to take the plunge. And lately, I've just been super happy with doing the whole dupe thing. It has made me realize, you know, maybe something didn't work out for me, or maybe I loved the dupe so much that it sort of satisfied me, which I don't think that's going to happen in this case. I really do think I'm going to get the boots. And then also too, there's been times where I just buy dupes where I kind of just don't really care to get the designer version, which again is not the case for these. I'm super excited about these and I absolutely love them, and I'm actually dedicating an entire video to them because anytime that I talk about dupes or the Chloe Susanna boots in general, I always get asked if I know of a good dupe, and I couldn't really answer. And I finally found them and wanted to test out the whole ordering process because I've never really heard of the website before, nor have I ever ordered anything from it. And I wanted to test out the sizing and then give you guys a really good reference. So I hope you guys find this video helpful. And like usual, if you happen to be new here, welcome. My name is Lisa. Everyone calls me Elle for short. I do a lot of fashion related videos, and I talk about everything from really affordable items to luxury items. I do have a weakness for designer handbags and shoes and little bits and bobs here and there. So if you like those kinds of videos and things like that, then I would love for you guys to join my YouTube fam if you have not already. So hit that subscribe button and the bell so you can be notified every time that I upload a video. I also have an Instagram and a Snapchat, and on my Instagram, basically everything that I talk about here on my channel, you could go ahead over there and see how I style everything. I post a lot of fashion related posts on there, and if you haven't checked it out already, please do so. I'll put my name somewhere on the screen and I'll have everything in the information box below. So I came across these boots from just, you know, cruising on my Instagram, and one fashion blogger that I absolutely adore. I'm pretty sure you guys all know and love her too. I don't want to put her on blast, but every time that I see her wearing the, you know, what I thought were Chloe Susanna boots, I thought they were Chloe Susanna boots. So I never really took an interest into actually finding out where she got them. But the other day she posted a picture of a sweater that I really liked, and I tapped her picture to find out where it was from. Long story short, it was from ASOS. But then I noticed her boots, which again I thought were the Chloe Susanna boots, were tagged Jessica Berman. And that name sounded super familiar. And then I remembered one of my Instagram followers actually suggested that line for me to check out for something else. I think it was like the Givenchy boot dupes, which my Topshop Amy boots sort of cover that, you know, type of look, and I'm not really too interested in buying the actual Givenchy boots, so I didn't really care to look deeper into it. And so it rang a bell in my head, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I think that's that line that, you know, one of my Instagram followers told me about. And I went ahead and checked out the Instagram page, and I could not believe how many, number one, I don't even want to call things inspired because they are so borderline identical that, you know, everyone has their own feeling about those types of things. And I don't want to get too much into that into this video because I am also too a luxury lover and appreciator, and I definitely have, you know, a little bit of a luxury collection, but then I also do love dupes. So it sort of just, I don't know, I guess to each their own. Everyone has their own opinion. But with these, or items in general that don't really have like a monogram logo on them or actually say a name on them, it doesn't really bother me too much. And obviously the Chloe Susanna boots, they don't say like Chloe across the entire boot or anything like that. It just looks like a studded pair of boots. And if you aren't into fashion, if you were to just see any of these boots, you really probably wouldn't know the difference, nor would you even know that they are a brand name, you know, inspired type of shoe. And going into that a little bit deeper, just in case anybody wants to say anything negative about, you know, buying dupes, if you shop at Zara, H&M, Cotton On, any store like that, everything that they make is inspired from a designer's, you know, version. So you kind of have to, you know, sort of be careful with, you know, your opinions and things like that, because I have gotten a little bit of trolling on my channel with certain dupes and stuff like that. But for the most part, I get so much positivity and you guys love these videos, and I actually did take the plunge on these for you guys, especially everybody that has been asking me about a good pair of dupes for the Chloe Susannas. So I went online and went to that Jessica Berman website, and I could not believe, and I just sort of felt like it was too good to be true. So I just was so tempted and ended up taking the plunge on these, and I am really in kind of disbelief how amazing they look. So here they are. I'll get a little bit closer. You could see they are pretty much identical. So you could see the toe here, the side here, the back, the heel. Here's the bottom, which I think the actual Chloe boots have like a leather bottom. This is rubber. And the biggest giveaway, just if you do know the Susanna boots and you study them very hard, then you know that the zipper is not like the Chloe's. The Chloe's have a gold zipper. I think I have a picture somewhere on my laptop. I'll insert a picture of what the Chloe zipper actually really looks like. But here are these. Now that I actually noticed this, there are so many, like I said, there's so many fashion bloggers that actually have the Jessica Berman boots. So I don't want to put them on blast. Not that it's a bad thing. I really have no shame in my game. You guys know immediately, especially when people comment any of my Valentino dupe anything, I have like word vomit. I'm like, oh my God, they're not Valentino. Guess where I got them from? Whether it's my Ash sandals, my Target sandals, or my Caitlin Pan little studded flats. So again, I really don't care what people think, and I actually am so excited to tell people that these are not Chloe. And I really think that kind of like that price point for a shoe is a little bit scary, especially if you are kind of a handbag lover like me and a designer handbag lover like me. That price point is a price of a really cute Gucci bag. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a little scary going into that price point. So when I saw these, I was just like, I think I need to just test it out, at least to give you guys my opinion, at least to give you guys some facts about where you could actually get a Chloe Susanna dupe. And I'm so excited. And even though they look amazing, I don't think that these are going to actually replace the Chloe Susanna boots for me. Those are a pair of boots that I absolutely adore and admire, and I think 2018 is going to be my year for them. I actually decided that I'm probably going to find them on the Real or Fashion File. They always usually have a pair on sale that are pretty much never worn, like brand new, for at least 30-40% off the price, which is a huge chunk off, and that'll help me digest the price a lot better. And I do think I will end up going with like the classic ones, but I also have been so tempted to get like a nude pair. The red ones are gorgeous, and I don't really see my size that often, you know, on the pre-loved market because it is so popular. I'm an 8. So it sort of just depends. With now having these, seeing how much I wear these and how much use I get out of them, I will be then even more comfortable to take the plunge on that. I do have boots in my collection that have a similar sort of shape with the heel and all of that. And I also have, you know, again, my Topshop boots that look like the Givenchy boots with the studs. And I wear every single one of those all so much that even if I didn't get this, I still think I would have ended up getting the Chloe boots, just because I do think that they would work out, you know, in my wardrobe perfectly fine. One other drawback that besides the price point that I had was actually neglecting my other boots that I have once I got the Chloe Susanna boots. So that kind of scares me, just because I do have other really expensive boots, not $1,300 price point, but around $700, $800, that I'm a little scared that I would just forget about. But no, I'm not gonna wear those boots every single day. I don't think so, but I think depending on how much I grab these, it'll also sort of show if I'll like to keep the other boots that I have in my collection on rotation. I think they did such a good job on these. And just to state some facts about them, they are not real leather. It says PU leather upper on the description, which I will have linked below for you guys, but they did a really good job with the actual faux leather. It looks really good in my opinion. I do think all the work put into, you know, the studding and stuff like that makes it worth the price point. I believe they're $139, which if you do sign up for their email, you get 10% off. I not expedited it, but I paid for that $15 shipping to make it a little bit quicker, which ended up making it basically the same price as you know, the 139, which is fine, but they got here really fast. They got here in about a week. About the ordering process, right before you check out, it also, you know, sort of gives you a page saying that they're not responsible for any extra charges for duties or whatever. Not that I think that it would be so expensive if you did get charged for duties, because it's not like $1,000 price point, but I didn't get charged, and I live in the US, I live in California, so whether that happens for anybody else, I'm not 100% sure, especially in a different country. I can't answer that, but I didn't get charged. And like I said, they came really fast. They came in about a week, like 5 business days. And when I received them, I was kind of like, uh-oh, I don't think that these are gonna be as good as I hoped, because they came in a plastic DHL bag, and in the plastic bag was the beat up shoebox, like demolished. I was like, okay, these shoes are probably gonna be like smushed or in half, or I don't know. I ended up pulling them out, and obviously they were perfectly fine. About the sizing, I am a US 8. I got the 38. Sometimes I'm a 7.5 though, but I feel like I size up to an 8 because I have a little bit of a wider foot, and these are really, really snug. So if you do have a wider foot, and if you sometimes take a size up, I would suggest sizing up. Like, I can't really wear a thick sock in these. I probably have to wear just like a nylon sock until I, you know, break them in. But also too, I don't know how much they're gonna break in because they're faux leather. So maybe on the safe side, size up. I think they're whole size only though. I think the 39 would have been way too big on me. And I don't know, I think I'll be okay with these. I do, you know, sometimes wear those little nylon peds with things that sort of fit me like this, and I probably would not wear a faux leather pair of shoes without socks, because, you know, leather breathes and faux leather doesn't. They would probably start to smell, and I don't want to do that. But I am so excited to actually be suggesting a pair of boots to you that are a dupe of something that you guys have been asking me about for as long as I've been talking about dupes, basically. So like I said, these are from Jessica Bourbon. I'm not sponsored in any type of way. I paid for these with my own money. You know, they don't even know I exist, so I'm just here telling you about the line, and I'm really impressed with these, and I think they're super cute. They also come in black with silver. They also came in a white faux leather with silver, which were so cute. I'm actually tempted that if they were ever to get the red, which maybe they do, I didn't really look too deep into it, I would probably get those so that when I do buy the actual, you know, Susanna boots, I think I would get the black leather with the gold hardware. So some of you guys might think it's a little bit pricey for a dupe, especially if you are, or you know for a fact you're gonna, you know, actually buy the version of the Chloe's. But for me, it's just a little bit more security in my brain, knowing that if I'm gonna get the use out of these, that I'll be really comfortable taking the plunge. So I'm really happy with these. I can't wait to style them. By the time this video goes up, I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna see this all over my Instagram, or see these all over my Instagram. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. If any comments, whatever, email me. And yeah, I just wanted to make a really quick video about these. I don't know how quick this was. 15 minutes long so far. We'll see after I edit this. So I hope you guys found this video helpful and fun and exciting, because I'm so excited about these. And please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Mwah.